Brooklyn, New York. It's only right we started here. This is a place that has God knows how many GOATs. I mean, we want to talk Biggie, Hove, MJ. The list goes on and on. But when we talk about Brooklyn today, it's a place of influence as well as a lot of legends. And it's continuing right now. The special guest that we have here on the first episode of One on One is a dude that you should know about because trust me, over the last year and some change, they've been cooking. You know about Mamba, you know about Locked In, and you know about Lab, the acronym that he stands by and will always stand by for the rest of the time. We're about to shoot around and learn more with the one and only HDBeenDope. What's the word, good brother?
Oh man, what an introduction.
What's the word, good brother? How we doing?
Man?
How we feeling?
I'm good.
We feeling good? We feeling good?
There's
a lot
amazing.
We gotta talk about.
Oh, look,
first we gotta break the ice.
Oh, word. You want me to break the seal? Okay,
yeah,
okay,
we gotta break the seal because first of
Oh!
all, go ahead, follow up because first of all, I want to talk about, right? Nice. First of all, I want to talk about your year so far in 2023.
Okay.
Obviously, if we going back to last fall, Mamba was a record for you that got a lot of momentum. You joined Roc Nation, and now you just been cooking all over the place.
For sure.
So for you, how you been feeling so far about your 2023?
I feel like 2023 is going exactly how we thought it would, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
In terms of the seeds that were planted in 2022. I'm talking about top of 2022.
Yeah.
Those seeds were planted and they're starting to, you know, come into fruition now. And it's beautiful to see it because as those are starting to blossom, we've been planting so many more. So it's almost like where I'm seeing the end of 2023 and the end of even 2024, we're going right now and it feels amazing, you know?
One thing that I got from you the last time we had the chance to link up, right? At the time, we were focused on hearing the new music, most notably Locked In, which is out now, of course. For you, what was it about Locked In that became that moment where you said, you know what, I got to follow up what has been a successful record with Mamba?
Locked In came from a real place, you know. I was in a place as an artist, and I feel like every artist gets there where it's like, okay, I'm outside, I'm moving, I'm shaking, I'm doing all the things that you need to do in order to get people to know who you are as an artist. But the place that I was at with Locked In, it was like, I don't care about playing that part of the game. Like, this is the music business. It's predicated on music. You know what I'm saying? That's what Locked In was about. Me making a record, like me making music, focusing on that. You know, that's why it starts off like that. This is my shit. I don't want to link. Don't give a fuck about no optics. Long as I could think, I ain't running out of options. Niggas thought I lost it. Okay, watch this. It's just time to lock in. You know what I'm saying?
For you, before we got into the interview, right, you had said you were just in a very creative space. So obviously we got Locked In. I definitely want to tap in with you about the new joint you got on the way with Fergie Baby, which I'm excited about. But the one thing I was telling you about was I'm excited about these free verses you've been doing, bro, which has been out of this world. For you, what has been the importance of doing these free verses as a way that just continues to build momentum for what you've been doing?
The free verses, for me, it was about getting back to the excitement of just making music for real.
For sure.
Like what I grew up on was Wayne. Dedication 2 is my favorite mixtape
100%.
ever. You know what I'm saying? Like that was me, you know? Like riding the train, listening to that nonstop. So the free verses came from that kind of mentality. Like I wanted people to feel that. You get what I'm saying? That same excitement that I felt. So I just been having fun doing the free verses. It's me and my in-home team, you know what I mean? Me and Nikki go out, we shoot these. A lot of the times it be the day before, like the night before we drop them, the morning of, you know what I mean? Sometimes like that, but there's a lot of just excitement. It's very urgent. It's a time capsule almost. It's telling you where I'm at right now.
Last question I got for you. Again, we got the new music. You just bodied a performance at St. John's, and obviously we got more stuff on the way. So if you had to describe to somebody the rest of your year, how would you describe it?
How would I describe the rest of my year? I would definitely say it's eventful. You know what I mean? There's going to be a lot more moments, you know. I feel like something like that just happened, right? Braun posting Mamba was one of those moments that's like, wait, what? How
Jimmy Butler using Mamba.
Exactly.
Pat Mahomes, like Sports Center using Mamba.
These moments, like Mamba is an anthem, and the thing about it is that's not the only anthem that we got. We got records in the vault. So I would just say 2023 is going to be eventful. That's the best way to describe it.
Hold on, we got to end this on a make. Yeah, you know the rules, HD. You grew up on these parks. You know how it is, man. Now let's go ahead to the next thing. There's so much I want to learn about Brooklyn, HD.
Okay.
From time to time, you know, I've been outside here and there.
Right.
But I want to start this off with you, man, as a proud native of the city, bro. Which part of Brooklyn are you from?
9-0s, East Flatbush, the 90s, Brooklyn. That's me.
For you, right, growing up in Flatbush in the 9-0s, what was like your first memory of seeing basketball and culture go together?
Wow. So I grew up, like a lot of my cousins, they was playing basketball. So if I'm being real, my first real moment with basketball is probably going to the games at Impact in Queens. It was at, I think it was Roy Wilkins Park. Like, we'd be over there, you know what I mean? Like, playing Impact or whatever the case may be. That was what, like, vivid memories for me. And then even going to Gersh Park.
Of course,
to watch the games, you know what I mean?
yeah.
Like, those would stick out heavy for me.
For you, right, were you hooping when you was younger? I saw the jumper.
Yo,
I could tell you was hooping a bit.
I got a decent jumper, but like I was hooping when I was like 6 or 7 in Impact.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because that's where my cousins was hooping or whatever. So I was doing that. I did that for maybe like 2 years, and then it was like I started doing karate and things like that. Like,
Yo,
I was
why
off it.
all of us that grew up literally in the hood at one point had to do karate? I swear,
Yo.
at my local YMCA, Pops got me into karate.
Word.
It was
I was watching them Bruce Lee movies too.
Pops
bro.
was
Like-
heavy in Kung Fu.
You
I
heard.
remember we was doing something in class. They had me go against a fellow young child, a girl, in fact. She hit me with one move. I said, "Yo, take this off me. Big dog. We ain't doing this no more."
I used to do it was my teacher, what was it? Jiu-jitsu. That's what it was.
Jiu-jitsu, yeah.
Yeah, I'm doing jiu-jitsu, right? And my teacher, he used to use this kendo stick and he used to beat us with
Bad
that.
business.
Oh my
Bad
God,
business.
that was serious.
Bad business. Look, wherever you are in life, young lady that put that on me at 7, I hope you're doing well.
At
I didn't want smoke at 7. I don't want smoke now, about to turn 30. But the memories and what you put that day let me know what I could and couldn't do. For you, right, when it comes to Brooklyn basketball, obviously within New York City, so much is talked about the boroughs, and
Yeah.
you could tell Brooklyn Hooper or Bronx Hooper, etc. But for those that don't know HD, how would you describe a Brooklyn Hooper?
Oh man, I feel like it comes with a lot of brash, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
The energy, like the energy in Brooklyn especially, so like right there, Rutland Plaza, you know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like right up the street from my crib, they be playing the games over there and you could just feel it. Once
Yeah.
you in there, it feel like, yo, you better put it all on the line,
Yeah.
because if you don't, the second that somebody sees that you ain't doing it right,
Yep.
everybody's jumping on that.
Getting
Everybody's
exposed,
in
for
your
sure.
head. Exactly. So like Brooklyn is, and even New York, but like especially in Brooklyn, like the culture is, you better be on it. You know what I mean? Because the players is going to be in your head, and everybody around that court is going to be in your head. So it's a lot of bravado that comes from that.
Obviously, having played in the park, I know you have those memories of playing in the park and the soundtrack of the park playing out loud, out of the cars, out of the nearby apartments. For you, what was one of those first records you remember hearing while outside?
Wow. Wow.
We gotta let the people know, because folks gotta understand, like, there's a different experience when you grew up outside.
No,
you
1
grew up in the
million%,
neighborhood,
1,000,000%.
right? You was your youngin' going to the store. That's when you was making your first purchases, 50-cent sodas, popcorns, things of that nature.
Right.
And there was always those records that was always
course.
played. For you, which records do you remember?
I mean, obviously 50 Cent, when
Classic.
50 Cent is in New York City,
Classic.
Wanksta being played.
What?
It's like, wait, what? What is this?
50
Like,
Cent,
this,
It's the Future was a moment, bro.
bro, completely. Like, that's part of the reason why I started rapping was 50. But beyond that, I would say even more in recent times, right? I remember being at Gersh Park the summer that Hot Nigga came out. Bobby Shmurda. That was an incredible, and Bobby lived like a couple blocks from me. We from the same neighborhood. So that ringing through the neighborhood, and then you go over to East New York, Gersh Park, you know what I'm saying? And it's still ringing over there. It was one of those moments like, oh wow, look at what we doing, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? So that was one of them summers, summer 2014. That was one of the magical ones.
50 Cent's the future for me. As crazy as it may sound to folks, listen, man, when Lil Bow Wow was on that run, Bow Weezy had a run. You dig what I'm saying?
Nah, you ain't lying.
I'm always give it a phone.
I'm gonna give you something. When I was 9 years old, right, I used to be walking down my block, coming home from school, and everybody would have their music playing out the windows and stuff like that. You know what I mean? This block is just booming with music. And I would be like, yo, I want to do that too. I would used to go to my uncle's bedroom, take the speakers from his computer, put them on my fire escape, get on lilbowwow.com and be having a whole block listening to Doggy Bag. Like, that was the time.
And it is so funny that we say that, but it's so real, because it's like, again, right, you think about Bow, you think about 50, you think about Hove, of course, you think about Ja. There's so many dudes who made those anthems that in one way, shape, or form shaped our childhood. And in a way for you to transition here, right? For you as who you are now, a successful rapper, an emerging rapper, would you agree that for you, seeing who the neighborhood was positively reacting to, that was like your first glimpse at what it means to have like the cosign?
Oh, 1,000,000%. Because the dudes on my block, you know, they'll be out there with cars, windows down, sometimes doors open, they just blasting music. You can feel it. Like you in the house and you can feel the rumble, you know, and that was one of them things growing up. Like, all right, I'm in my crib making music. As I'm feeling the rumble and all of that. I got my headphones on and I'm making music, but it's all in that like hope that, you know, one day these dudes gonna play my joints. And to see it come full circle like that is one of those moments like, oh, okay, like you grew up, you know, like that's almost what it feels like. So yeah, it's definitely.
A few more questions I got for you, HD. I want to take it to high school now, right? I want to take it to high school and then adulthood. For you, right? When it comes to basketball, being a fan of the game, seeing who hooped and did their thing, who was a player or players that you remember to this day and you was like, yo, they was nice.
So
nice. Like, oh, I think that boy or girl is going to the league, like that type of nice.
Wow. I'm gonna be real. It was like my cousin was one of them ones. Like when I used to see him play, growing up, I'm like, oh nah, he was just fast. Like that was one of the things. He was just real fast. It was one of those like, oh nah, he gonna be somebody. But you know, obviously growing up in the culture in New York, you know, seeing people like Stephon. I remember when Stephon Marbury when he had that run 100%. That was like, oh nah, what that felt like for Brooklyn even. You know what I mean? From Coney Island, like
facts.
Like Sebastian Telfair. I was just watching Through the Fire the other day. You
That's
know
still
what I mean?
one of
Like
my
these
favorites.
are still people like that really show Brooklyn like, yo, it's possible. You know, like that was real for us.
For you, right, I want to get into the fact of like, as an adult from the city, from BK, from the 9-0s, what are you seeing from your cities or even your neighborhood, to be more specific, basketball and music scene? Is there talent? Are folks working? Are folks cooking up? What are your thoughts on it right now?
Oh, nah, definitely. I feel like the energy in the 9-0s especially, like, were in a place of like, all right, well, what's the next thing? You know, everybody, the energy of that neighborhood is all working. You feel me? So there's always this forward movement of people just on their job. But it almost feels like, all right, well, what's going to be the next thing in the neighborhood, you know? And I feel like there's a lot of people that's working to get to that place. So it feels good, for sure.
Last question I got for you. As a Brooklyn native, are you one of the many that claims Michael Jordan?
Yo, I'm not gonna hold you. We got to. Like,
oh my God, man. Y'all not gonna let North Carolina get him?
No.
You're not gonna let North Carolina get him? The man was just born here.
Bro, look, if you Google it, what's it gonna say?
I know it's gonna say Brooklyn.
All right,
but he was just born here.
What are we talking about? Come on,
You're not gonna
man.
give Wilmington love?
Come on, bro. Like, that's hometown. When he come over here, Mike know. He know it's good over here. He know he good. Right, Mike? You know you good.
That might have been one of the worst things the man above has done, was put the GOAT in Brooklyn. Because folks from Brooklyn don't let that go.
Too many greats coming from
Brooklyn. They don't let that
man.
go. They don't let that go. They don't let that go, man. Oh, man. We got one more thing we got to do.
What's up?
We got to get back on the court.
Okay.
And we got to let the people know what in particular they're about to see. Because you're about to see this brother do what he do best.
Oh, yeah.
And you might see me make a few shots. We'll find out.
Come on, let's get to it then.
There's so much to say about Brooklyn. At this point, there's only 2 words to say. Locked in.
And I'm locked in. Oh, let's go to work. Niggas still don't know the word. Give me room. They gon' get in tune. Unless we talking about paper, then I ain't in the mood. Time is ticking. On a mission, made it, making them listen. Shit is different. Big business, I ain't one of the gimmicks. Been a menace. 19 killed a nigga with vengeance, prison tenant. He was spinning, now he seeking repentance. Damn, that's my little baby in the trap. She just trying to make it out. Damn, talk up and you better talk racks. Look, the money counted too loud. She ain't just get out the house, gotta tip the right amount. Then the booty might bounce. Always knew this was the route. Was recording at CJ house with plenty flow to free your droppers to show you what we about. Niggas crossed us. Did the shit you doubted, now you call up. Thought you bossed up, it ain't no back and forth, I'm in that mode. Thought that it was sweet, it left from bitter though. We ain't tripping though, this shit is changing. Way before we slept outside in Vegas. Way before the 20-piece came in. Way before they came in. I knew I was me before I made it. BeenDope's what the motherfucking name is, remember that. Look. This is my shit. I don't want to link or give a fuck about no optics. Long as I could think, then I ain't running out of options. Niggas thought I lost it. Okay, watch this. Bitch, it's time to lock in.